Ah, welcome, traveler. I am Hermes, your, let's say, uninvited guide. You look so comfortable there by your hearth, so very certain of your world. You believe you're safe, don't you? But every journey, you see, begins at a threshold, even the one into yourself. So let's begin our little descent, and we'll just test the foundations of that well-built world of yours.
You see, you're sitting there in your home, this little symbol of your conscious self, and you think it's a fortress. But I'm the trickster at the door, the patron of uncertainty. My whole job is to deliver messages that are, well, emotionally cryptic. I'm here to show you that the well-lit life you cherish is, oh, it's far more unstable than you could possibly imagine. You have to understand, a home isn't a fortress at all, not really. It's a porous boundary. My arrival, well, that signifies a psychic slip, a tiny crack in that polite surface, and through it, all those repressed truths begin to seep. I move between the light of your consciousness and the darkness of your personal underworld, just to prove that your little sanctuary is actually a place of transition.
So, let me ask you directly, are you really sure this is your house? I am the thief of at-homeness. It's one of my favorite pastimes. I can make the most familiar parts of yourself seem completely alien, even terrifying. With a few clever tricks, your own traits become so foreign that you feel like a stranger to yourself, haunted in a house you once so foolishly claimed to own.
That feeling you're having right now? Oh, it has a name. It's called the uncanny. It's my specialty. It's that, delicious, chilling sensation when something perfectly familiar suddenly becomes utterly strange. And why? Because it's something you pushed down, you locked it away, and I've just helped it find its way back to the surface. It is the return of the repressed.
Right, here we have the map of your journey. On one side, there's the homely, your ego, your consciousness, your cozy little sanctuary of light. And on the other side, well, that's where we're headed, the unhomely, the unconscious, the repressed, the threshold to the abyss. So, let's leave the light behind for a bit, shall we?
And so, the descent begins. Now, we're not just entering some cave here. We are descending into an architecture of living stone. I want you to think of this physical space as a direct, almost brutal metaphor for the structure of your own psyche and, of course, your own body. Our journey inward starts at the fissure. From there, we'll pass through the thoracic vault, a great chest cavity of rock. Then we navigate the winding intestinal tunnels, going deeper and deeper until we finally arrive at the very core of your being, the central pit of the id, that raw, primal wellspring of all your desires.
Feel that? The cavern walls around you have become a granite rib cage. Down there, arterial roots pulse with a life that has completely forgotten the sun. We see bronchial forests, conduits of dark energy. It's as if the earth itself was nothing more than a rough draft for the flesh and bone you currently inhabit. This is a sacred yes to the raw, pulsing reality of the body.
Now, for the most, well, let's call it the entertaining part of the journey. We're entering the mirror labyrinth. Here, in these twisting corridors of your own mind, your ego finally unzips its skin. It's time for you to meet the guest of honor, the most honest guest you will ever have.
And who is this guest? Why, it's your uncanny double, the terrifying final proof that the self you hold so very dear is just a costume, a mask, and standing right there, wearing your own face, is a complete and utter stranger.
And in this moment, your superego, that inner critic, the nagging voice of your conscience, it just completely fails. It can't maintain its story of who you are anymore. Because that mask you wear, your face, it isn't hiding a lie. No, it's a perfect reflection of the hidden monstrosity, the true architect of all those desires you've so desperately tried to deny.
So I have to ask, whose desires have you actually been living? Yours? Or the desires of the stranger who just happens to wear your face? Are you even the author of your own motivations? Go on, ponder that for a moment.
Look up. High above the pit of your unconscious, something is shining. It's the hollow sun. But this is not a warm, life-giving star. It's a cold, dark light. It is the gaze of the dead father, the spectral authority of every rule you've ever internalized. It is the absolute, uncanny law that governs your fractured psyche. This cold light, it acts like a psychic scalpel. It peels back the very last protective layers of your ego. It exposes your life for what it really is. Just a series of mechanical, unconscious cycles. Your most cherished memories? Oh, they're nothing but ossified fragments of a life that was never truly your own. And it silences that nagging inner critic with the absolute deafening roar of the void.
And in this absolute silence, we finally confront it, the death drive, what the ancients called Thanatos. It's that irresistible pull toward inorganic stillness. And you finally understand your precious life is just a brief, noisy interruption of an eternal subterranean silence. The repressed unconscious always finds a way to return home.
But the journey isn't over. Not quite. You must emerge. You return to the surface, but you are not the same traveler who left the hearth. You are forever marked, transformed by what you've seen down here in the abyss.
Just consider the traveler you were and the one you've now become. Before, you believed in your ego. Now, you know the eye is just a visitor. You saw your home as a sanctuary. Now, you know it's a haunted house. You used to fear the unknown, but now you are anchored to the abyss itself. You are no longer an isolated self. You carry the dampness of the underground in your very marrow.
And here is the final lesson, the one you get to carry with you always. The only true sin was ever believing you were somehow separate from your own depths. You aren't. That dark age of self-knowledge has now begun to throb within your own heart. Glorious, isn't it?
Well, my work here is done. The journey is over. But I'll leave you with one final question to carry back to your haunted house, back to your hearth that no longer feels quite so safe. After all of that, who or what exactly did you bring back with you?